Good morning. So this reading is for Friday, August 8th, and it is Lionsgate. So let's get a little bit around our past, our present, and our future. There are a lot of cards that want to come out. Let's see. We can be more specific. One more. Current energy. And future energy. So this one is, okay, we're going to keep those to the side. Two more. A lot wants to be said today. All right. So looking here, bottom of the deck, I am getting the Two of Swords. What I'm getting here with the Two of Swords, so it's standing at a crossroads, needing to make some sort of decision. But you'll notice that the person is actually blindfolded. What I'm getting is today's not a day for rational thought. Today is a day of kind of taking a step back, listening to your other senses. When it comes to making decisions, it's not using your mind, it's using your heart, it's listening, it's absorbing information, it's kind of not trying to find the right way to describe it, because even absorbing information, some of that would be mental, but a lot of it's going to be the external. It's using your other senses. It's how does something make you feel? How does something appear to you visually? Does it feel like it's right? Does it look like it's right? And so there's something about using your other senses today and not relying on your rational mind. And so for those of us like me, that might not be the easiest thing to do. So take it as it makes sense for you. I'm not getting that it's going to be an easy decision day, not with that Two of Swords at the bottom of the deck. It's going to be more of, I need to trust my instincts here, and whatever my intuition tells me, I'm just going to have to let that lead me today. Focusing here on the past, I'm getting the Queen of Wands, Three of Wands, and the Three of Swords. And so that Queen of Wands energy, this is taking some sort of action. Three of Wands, it was happening over a period of time. So the action that you took, you did not get immediate results here. But the Three of Swords is healing from some sort of heartbreak. And so it feels like a lot of the steps that you were taking, slow, methodical, things just kind of unfolding in their natural timing. But I'm getting a lot of consistency and persistence with that Queen of Wands. And so the consistency is going to pay off here. There's something connected to all the action that you're taking that allows for things to really unfold in the way that you want them to, because that's showing up here in the current energy. I'm getting the Nine of Cups. So the Nine of Cups, I'm actually getting a wait and see. The Two of Swords and the Nine of Cups are connected. And so until you see some of these things come to reality, these goals and dreams that you've set for yourself actually appear in the 3D, you don't need to make a choice. And so kind of remind yourself of that. You don't continuously need to be making choices and doing things like that. Let some of the action that you've already put into place actually fall into place. Let some of that become visible to you before you continue moving forward. So the Nine of Cups, and then I've got the Page of Swords with the Ace of Swords. These are very similar energies. A new beginning energy comes out of both. A lot of clarity, a lot of digging in deep into the details. And so as you start to see the Nine of Cups start to become real, as you see some of these goals and dreams that you set actually show up in reality, it's like, okay, well, what can I learn from those? What information do I need to gather from all of this? How do I grow and expand those? So it feels a lot like information gathering today, not a lot of decision making, but a lot of information gathering. And it's more than just that data that comes in that's you process mentally. It's using all of your senses. I keep getting that message too. And so I like the way that that's coming through, because it's kind of aligning you full body and spirit with what you want here. And that's what I'm getting with the Four of Pentacles. And so the Four of Pentacles is all about stability. It's your foundation. And so the more that you learn, the more kind of grounded you are. When you act just from the mind and you don't give your body the rest of the chance, you start second guessing yourself because you didn't consider all of the information, what all of your senses were really telling you. And so I'm getting a lot of just kind of take a step back, allow yourself to really absorb everything. And when you do make a decision, it's going to come from a very grounded place. one with a lot of stability. And so you're not going to second guess yourself. You're going to feel really sure and solid in the decisions that you're making. I like the way that's coming through. And then here we had a bunch of cards that fell out, but it was the top two that were really calling to me for the reading itself. So I'm getting the Queen of Cups with the Queen of Swords. It is your heart energy. It's your emotions. It's your head and heart in alignment here, showing up in the future energy. I've got the Empress showing up, which is interesting because I have almost all the queens showing up as well. So the only queen that's missing is the Queen of Pentacles, which is stability. And that feels like something that you're working on. And so having the Empress show up in the future energy, it tells me that the Queen of Pentacles comes into existence, that you're raising your vibration. You're stepping into a life and a path that completely aligns with what you want, what you value. This is not about the gender. This is about alignment with what really matters to you. I'm getting the Magician energy, and so manifesting. And so manifesting is based on everything that you're learning. As you start to see some of these things become real, and you're kind of like, all right, well, what else do I need to do to grow and expand these? That's the manifestation energy. It's, okay, well, what else do I need to do? It's the planning. How do I make more of that? How do I increase or expand that, or just call more of it into my life? Or maybe I'm done with that one and bring in another dream. And so I like the way that that's coming through in the future energy and the path that we're going down. And then I had three other cards that showed up here. And as soon as I went to put them back in the deck, it was, they're needed, but they're not part of the reading. And not in this spread sense, but they are connected to it. So I am getting the Knight of Swords, the Hierophant, and the Fool. So you are taking a lot of steps right now with the Knight of Swords energy that says, I'm going after what I want. And so it feels like very fast movement. Hierophant it is a marriage card, but it's also about aligning with your spiritual path. It's Taurus energy. There's a lot of traditions, stability, all of these things kind of coming into play. This feels like the Empress energy, that you're taking a lot of action to align and raise your vibration, align with your kind of goals and dreams here. And then I get the Fool. And so the Fool is that new beginning energy, that cleared slate, just leaving the past behind, giving yourself a brand new option. So I like the way that that's coming through. So let's see what happens when we clarify. So tell me about the Queen of Wands here. Three of Wands. Three of Swords. So clarifying the Queen of Wands here, so all the action that you were taking here in the past, Four of Cups. So the Four of Cups is sadness and disappointment, but you really took all of that negative energy and you started acting on it in a way that aligned with your best interest. This would be letting go of that energy, focusing on the positive, getting yourself into a better mindset, and taking action so that you're getting yourself out of that funk. Clarifying the Three of Wands here is the Ace of Cups. So I have another new beginning card showing up. And so the Three of Wands, Ace of Cups, it is taking a little bit of time for everything to unfold, but it feels like that new beginning energy is starting to show up. Everything that you were doing was to create some sort of new beginning, one that you really wanted, something that aligned with you on an emotional level. Clarifying this Three of Swords here, so the heartache, but healing from the heartache. I'm getting the High Priestess with the Seven of Pentacles. And so this is coming across as a lot of internal healing. The more that you heal, the more that you kind of face and kind of work through those emotions, sadness, disappointment, things not going in your favor, the more aligned with your spiritual path you become, because it's kind of creating this internal, I'm going to make peace with this energy. I'm not going to let this hold me back. I'm not going to let this impede my progress in any way. And I'm just going to move forward. And so that's where the Seven of Pentacles is coming into play. It's a lot of, I'm planting all of the seeds. I'm doing all of the work now so that I can have the benefits here. It's not instant gratification, not with that Seven of Pentacles. It's planting the seeds. It's watering those seeds and allowing them to grow over time until they're ready to harvest. And so it feels like now is the time that you're going to start seeing some of those kind of plants bloom that you can harvest. So let's get the Nine of Cups here. Page of Swords and the Ace of Swords. Four of Pentacles. So with the Nine of Cups, I'm getting the Six of Wands. The Six of Wands is a card of success and victory. I love this, but it's also being seen. This tells me that you are going to see some success. It may not be this, big sweeping success. You may not get everything all at once here with the Nine of Cups, but you're going to see some of it because this is really your goals and dreams being fulfilled. And it feels like you're going to recognize it. You're going to see it. You're going to embrace it. And so clarifying the Page of Swords and the Ace of Swords here, I'm getting the Two of Cups. And so the Two of Cups it can be romantic energy. I'm not picking up a lot of romance. This is more of you're aligning with what you want. I'm getting the sense that your guides are helping you, your higher self, all of it, that things are coming into alignment here. And it's really giving you that inspiration and motivation to keep moving forward. It's asking, okay, the follow-up questions. What else do I need to know? What else can I do here to keep this going? And so that's what it feels like here, that you want to keep growing. It's the Ace of Cups to the Two of Cups. It feels like growth. With the Four of Pentacles here, I'm getting the Judgment card. And so the Judgment card is your rebirth energy. It's your resurrection. I love the way it's coming through because everything that you're doing is you're just stepping into your own power. I can see that coming with the Empress here in the future energy. You have a lot of things kind of falling into alignment, and the motivation is when you start to see all of it become real. And it just says, you know what, I'm going to keep going because I'm seeing some results. It's all the effort, all the energy was worth it. I'm just going to keep going. And that's what I'm getting with that Judgment. Tell me about the Queen of Cups here with the Queen of Swords. I'm getting the Nine of Cups showing up. I love that. With the Empress, I'm getting the Knight of Pentacles, and with the Magician, Strength card. So with that head and heart alignment, the Queen of Swords, Queen of Cups, I'm getting that Nine of Cups energy. So this is more of your goals and dreams becoming real. The more aligned you are with your path, with your goals and dreams, you keep putting effort and energy to them. That's what alignment really means, is that you're actively working towards it. And so you're kind of listening to the steps along the way. So if your guides are saying, do this, step away from that, it's paying attention and doing that. Because what you're trying to do is align so that these can become real. This tells me that you are fully aligning with what you want here. With the Empress, I'm getting the Knight of Pentacles. And so that Knight of Pentacles energy, it's a student kind of energy, very similar to the Ace of Swords and the Page of Swords. And so the learning and the kind of continually checking in with yourself, am I still aligned with my path? Are these dreams still valid? Or do I want more? Do I want them to be different in some way? Because that's easily possible. You could change your mind along the way. And so the Knight of Pentacles is saying it's focusing on stability, but continuously checking in with yourself to see, does it still work for me? Is it still what I really want here? And so it's part of that and creating the path forward so that you stay in alignment, that you continue going down the path that's in your best interest, focused on what really matters to you, what you really want. And then with the Magician here, I'm getting this Strength card. So Leo energy, and it is Lionsgate, but this Strength card as it relates to the Magician is finding the courage in yourself to go after what you want. And it's also the courage to leave behind anything that's kind of blocking your path or just hindering your progress in any way. It's not about, okay, I can just collect everything and bring it all with me. At some point, there's things that just need to be released. And what I'm getting is it's the courage to release some of these things. And so we do have the full moon here in just a few hours. So it's the prime time to let go of anything here that's holding you back. So this is the reading for Friday. I hope it resonates. If it did, please like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Take care.